Okay, first I'd like to say that I let somebody verify their Facebook account on my phone, and I told them the code on the phone, and I'm not counting on the phone records to vindicate me, nor the message that I sent in a text, saying, promise not to set me up in a text on purpose, in order to have some documentation, nor the comment, nor this video. I suspect they will try to find a way to set me up, regardless. And I have certain ideas how that could be, but I'm not going to explore them because I've already said a lot. I'm going to take more measures to make sure that they can't set me up, but based on the fact that the perp is supposed to meet me this weekend, and there's a lot of pressure for this person to meet me, and they're going to try to find a way out of it. And the way everything is lined up, I'm pretty sure that they're going to try to make a move. With that being said, a good documentary on Masonry, it's just called Secrets of Freemasonry Found in Masonic Books. They talk about the Goat of Mendes, they talk about Masonic possession. A lot of these so-called Illuminati rituals you see in Hollywood are really rituals that are part of Freemasonry. Was Manly P. Hall part of the Illuminati? Probably not. Jordan Maxwell, Aleister Crowley, all these people, Madame Blavatsky, the Theosophical Society, probably not. They're probably just in the secret societies that come back to Masonry. And the Illuminati itself goes back to Masonry if you start it from the Bavarian Illuminati. And if you take it from the Illuminates of Ra, and you take it from the Hermetic societies of Egypt, then it dates back before Masonry. So, one thing that I do that some of you are probably going to be confused about, well, I've done two things, One is that I used to confuse Narmer Meany's name. I started off, I went onto a website, it was by a black man, and he had called him Narmer Menzies. Probably made the same mistake as me. Typo, I don't know what it was. So then I started calling them Menzies. And then I used to make fun of women, calling them witches, and for good reason. And a lot of these witchcraft is just that. It's done by witches. It's probably done more by women than men. Probably partly to explain what the largest fraternal organization, which is on record, the Eastern Star, which on record is about women. Okay, here's from Objects of the Right from the Eastern Star. For a more extended diffusion of the principles of morality and friendship established in significant emblems, for inciting the influence of females toward the purposes of the Masonic institution. Inciting the influence of females towards the purposes of the Masonic institution. This is from 1 hour, 30 minutes, and 42 seconds from the documentary Secrets of Masonry Found in Masonic Books. It's on the Pick Death AD's channel, and it was uploaded May 23rd, 2013, just in case you need to know that. Anyway, they talk about demon possession. They talk about, they do a very good job citing from Masonic texts, handbooks, explaining the Grand Master from the Grand Lodge, the Worshipful Master from the lodges, just really taking you through it, talking about, I think it's Mackey, who has the biggest Masonic publishing company. And he talks about, he just does a very, very good job, a very solid case, straight from the horse's mouth, as they say, from the mouth of Masons, from the books of Masons. I mean, is there really any doubt in this? Really, let's be honest now. Can you really get any more truthful and upfront than that? This is them themselves saying it, And of course, some people, I implore you to understand that they say that Albert Pike's books, Morals and Dogma, is the apex of the Scottish Rite. And the Scottish Rite is the one with 33 degrees, not the York Rite. I think the York Rite has 10 degrees, something like that. So, with the current, I think it's Grand Master of the Scottish Rite, the current head of the Scottish Rite, whatever his title is, He says it was the apex, it's the climax, it's the pinnacle, it is the top, of the Scottish Rite's philosophies and ideologies and values. Right there. Great documentary. Really puts the nail in the coffin, really helps you understand everything very well. To all these people trying to understand, why these people in Hollywood do what they do. Well, there's there's 6 million Masons in the world. There's a few million Masons in America, or whatever it is, over a million at least. And so, they have money and power. They brag about all the influential people who were part of Masonry and those who were given honorary Masonic degrees. If you and all these people are poets. Albert Pike himself were a poet. All these people are into acting. They're playwriting, script writing, poetry. Musicians. I believe Mozart was a Mason. And they try to put themselves in a state of mind where a demon possesses them. At least that's what they believe, whether it's true or not, and so that they can make these works. I personally believe that it's a very psychological thing that they're doing. There's a possibility that they are demon possessed, but my personal belief is they're using powerful psychology on themselves. And they say things like every Mason can be a Christ. It says in Genesis, I believe, that the devil said that you shall be as gods, and I'll put that in the comments. So right now, as I say that, I don't think any of you question why I feel that they're being targeted. Someone I've proven is almost guaranteed is a perp. From their own mouth is a perp. Almost guaranteed is a perp. You never know anything for sure, but I say about 99.9% she's a perp. Started an account in my name, using my cell phone, gave me a priceless story, so I felt sorry for this person. At the time I was like, you know what, fine, I'll do it. Because I also know if they take action against me, I can prove even more that there's a conspiracy against me. I can prove the gang stalking. If they take false action against me, they'll have exposed themselves. If they try to set me up with this account and it comes out to their, they traces back to them, what are they going to do? But you have to admit this whole thing, it's going to come out in court, If it doesn't come out in court, it's going to paint the picture, very clearly of what is going on. So, yeah, I'm almost out of time, so I'd like to stress, for inciting the influence of females toward the purposes of the Masonic institution. What is women's influence? What do feminists talk about? Pussy power. It's the number one thing. Pussy power. It's just like Esther in the Bible. She was the Jew who married, I believe it was a Persian king, in order to help the Jews out. Women have influence, and they want to use it for the purposes of the Masonic institution. And the purposes of Masonic institution to get people to sell their soul to the devil. They talk about how people sign in blood to bring a soul to Satan every year, and if they don't, then they lose their soul. That's how serious these people take it. They are eagerly seeking to expand. This partially explains why they're teaching everybody Masonic ideology, trying to attract them toward Masonic lodges so you could find out more of their quote-unquote wisdom. And they talk about the secret doctrine. And he has countless pamphlets or books that are given to Master Masons and of the like, which say that the secret doctrine is absolutely correct when it comes to Masonry. This is absolutely what they believe. This is the truth of it. This is the religion behind Freemasonry. So you really got to see the secrets of Freemasonry found in Masonic books. You really have to see that documentary. I don't think anybody who's interested in Masonry and the conspiracy can really go without seeing this documentary. It is really key. It is really well put together, well narrated, just a great piece altogether. There's, if you have family members who are Masons, or anyone who's a doubtful, who's willing to watch a documentary with you, watch this documentary with them. See what they say. I mean, it pretty much, there's no really debating it. Only thing you can debate is the scripture side. They show you some scripture, which is kind of hard for, an amateur or someone who's not truly into scripture, truly great at deciphering scripture, and they say, compare this to this scripture. But the words speak for themselves in the Masonic books. You can go without the scripture and you still see that, hey, these are people that worship the devil, What they're doing is wrong. They lie just like the devil. They worship the great liar. Of course they lie. Thank you.